Welcome back to the 33
Oh, I forgot
podcast.
to tell y'all.
30.
Oh, my bad.
Wow. Already
Well,
messing
before
it
we
up.
start you've got no room to talk.
Alright guys, welcome back to the
Whenever you
second.
said that, somehow I downloaded it. It got downloaded because I had really shitty service. It was when I was on my way to Spur for the family reunion the other weekend, and we listened to it on the way over there. She thought it was pretty badass. She was laughing the whole time.
I'm happy to hear that, bro.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah, she
Oh,
fucking loved
that's
it.
fucking
I
cool.
showed my mom and she thought we did good. I showed Monica, she said
She's
that was
really
funny.
that's how I like her. She's really supportive of it.
I do.
Except for like 30 minutes ago, she's like, "Have fun on your date," and I was like, "My date?" And she's like, "With your boys," and I was like, "Bitch, fuck you." Like, you did not just go there.
Alright guys, welcome back to the second installment of 33 Boys. We ran into some technical and ethical difficulties. And now we're back. And so is football.
Back.
Like it never left.
Like it never it left.
Shout out to Trevor Smith.
It definitely left. This offseason, I don't even want to look at them. Look at them. Freaking millennials. I'm telling you.
Anyways, back to the off season. The off season brought lots of drama. That finally came to an end a couple days ago. Probably not come to an end. We're still gonna have to figure out the rest of the season. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we were talking about Antonio Brown and the antics of him being traded, getting cut, and traded again.
Gosh, the most silent guy is making the craziest sounds. Anyway, yes, what I was going with my off-season thing
Just gonna
was
drink to that.
was hold on. Just gonna move that. Anyway, I am really weird. But the offseason was crazy. There was a lot of trades, a lot of trades. Browns, well, I don't know what happened to the Browns. Everybody's hyping them up. Boom.
And everybody else
Still
is like, and they ended up losing by 30 points.
Yeah.
Did you see that meme? It was like, if you weren't our fan when we were losing by 30, don't be our fan when we lose by 30 in a new season.
Yeah.
I just hate how I was one of the ones that hyping them up. I was like, they're got it.
Delaney Walker did everybody dirty.
What do you mean?
So Delaney Walker scored 2 touchdowns against them. And I don't know if y'all remember the old, I can't think of his name. He was the coach for the Cardinals, and he was like, they are who we thought they were. And we let them win. If you want to crown their ass, crown their ass. But Delaney Walker in the locker room, they're asking him about how it felt to beat the Browns and with all the stuff that they accomplished in the offseason. He was like, they are who we thought they were.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to crown them, but they're still going to have to play football. And I was like, damn.
Yeah. And that's funny because that's a really simple. It wasn't too far out there to where he was like calling them out, but like he was still like.
He was calling more social media out than he was the team.
Yeah, and that's the good part about it is like he wasn't talking shit, but he was like talking shit like all at the same time. But it wasn't like a.
Of course, Baker Mayfield took it as that because he was like, I love being the underdog. He was like, I think a lot of people are gonna throw us in the trash, and quite frankly, that's what I want. It's like, all right, well,
Have fun.
Baker Mayfield's being Baker Mayfield again this season, so
And it's funny because people were praising Baker Mayfield. I'm like, I get it.
he's a
Well,
good
again,
football player, but I
nobody
think he
will-
has too big of a chip on his shoulder right now.
No one will ever be a Bill Belichick or a Nick Saban in the responses. They're the best responding.
I don't know. Jalen
Oh.
Hurts did a pretty good job the other night after his debut.
Oh yeah, I do.
He did like really good, and they asked him about like how it felt to have a record night for himself and for the school of like OU. That was the best like any quarterback has ever done. And he channeled his inner Nick Saban. He took something from Alabama. He told them he was like, "Well, I got to get with the boys, and we got to get better, and we got to clean stuff up." So, I mean, there's a close second and third right there.
And what's the Spurs head coach? He's pretty good at it too.
Greg Popovich does
Yeah.
a really good,
He's amazing.
really good conference.
Especially in a day of age of everything he's used against you. But unless you're stupid like Antonio Brown and just want does he want attention or does he want money or does he want both or does he want to win?
I think we'll figure what he wants out as soon as he starts playing and practicing with the Patriots because right now everything's kind of like a social media circus.
It's crazy. Like honestly, like it's gonna be weird seeing somebody that big of a wide receiver being on the Patriots. Not saying that they've never had a big wide receiver, and that's pretty stupid of me to say. Now I'm ignorant because Randy Moss is on there. But coming from where he has been, I feel
He's
like
still like in his prime, and Randy Moss was kind of on the ass end of his
But-
career when he went.
But I feel like when
Still
you
got a ring though.
wide receivers going into New England, other than Randy Moss, haven't been really that big.
I mean, you got Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola whenever he was there, but
But
I
they
don't
didn't
think that
start
they
off
would have been anybody.
getting attacked by the wind
I don't think that they were anybody special until
until they were.
they got their rings
Yeah.
and they were with Bill Belichick, who's him and Nick Saban are the best coaches
ever.
probably to ever do it.
Yeah, and
Greg Popovich and Coach K from Duke.
the basketball ones.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
those guys are great. I mean,
Welcome, Michael.
thanks for coming back.
I'm glad we could have you back on the podcast.
I don't know about you
I
guys.
just pitch in when I want to pitch in.
Oh,
I don't know about you guys, but my first week of fantasy football was ass.
Oh, I did
I
a lot
won
better.
one of my 3 league. I won one game out of the 3 fantasy leagues that I'm in. The other 2 was 120 to 89.
Damn,
and
you got your ass
Bro, it gets worse, bro. I'm playing in this IDP league and I got beat 320 to 180.
Dang.
And my buddy he texted me during all the games. He's like, dude, I'm killing you. You suck. And I was like, well, I was the 16th, which if I would have known that there was this many people, I probably wouldn't have signed up for it. But I was the 16th pick out of 18 people. So it's not like I had a whole lot to work with when it got to me.
Yeah.
That's good. And there was a lot of sleepers.
TJ
Hawkinson, there was the wide receiver for
Terrell Williams from the Raiders last night.
yeah. Who was it? There was a guy. Can't think of his name right now. And I forgot what team he played for. The one that the Cardinals guy, not the Cardinals guy. The gosh, I can't think. I'll be back. I'll come back for that one.
Anyways,
But yeah, it's crazy. The Chargers running back, I feel like surprised a lot of people.
Eckler.
Yes, he surprised a lot of people.
I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure
like.
he's still developable in all my leagues. I should probably go pick him up.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even know he was a guy. I didn't even know he was a guy. I didn't know he was a thing. Gonna be that good.
Y'all are watching a live business move as we record this podcast.
Michael, do you play fantasy football?
I don't.
Oh,
He just watches football religiously, he says.
Chargers fan.
I almost did it a couple years ago, but
Oh, he's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, he's a Cowboys
I'm
fan.
the Chargers.
Chargers.
did you forget who your own team was?
No, I
Saints.
was saying Cowboys fan. You're a Cowboys fan. I feel like if you play fantasy football, let's be real, you would draft a lot of Cowboys.
He would draft the entire Cowboys lineup.
Yeah, right. Let's just see what I can do with it.
That's funny. I've heard that the first time anybody's ever played fantasy football, they didn't have any insight. They drafted all their favorite team. So if their team had a good week, they won. If they had a bad week, they lost. Bad.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's funny. I got told I couldn't be. I didn't get invited to this fantasy league for my work after one of my really good friends started it.
We've been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah. Anyway, he was like, you can't be in my league if you draft quarterbacks first. And I was all like, good thing I draft defenses first.
You're an idiot. I want to sit down with a professional,
fantasy player.
the guys that are hired by ESPN, and be like, so what is the draft order?
Yeah.
What is it? Because I know most people get a running back and a wide
It
receiver.
just depends on what league it is, because some leagues have the different point systems and things like that. But yeah, my favorite team won. His
My
favorite
team won.
won. Everybody's good week, guys.
Well, that's-
Everybody
that was a good
won.
week for us
Freaking.
anyways.
Whoa, yeah. Thanks for not leaving me hanging, Ben.
You messed up the last one 3 times.
yeah, and you
I'm
get
still
three,
upset
in one
about that.
podcast, 3
Yeah.
times
like
in
a,
one
like a
podcast.
10-minute span of a fuck up.
Yeah, still upset about that.
I messed up the first podcast with the recording thing. I messed up. This last one recorded right before this.
Audio, video. What was the other one? I forget. What was it that you did?
I don't know. I don't know.
Vulgarity? Vulgar?
Yeah, what was
Vulgar
it?
remarks?
Yeah. That's a word I shouldn't have said. That nobody should ever say. But you and that knife. You loving that knife?
Yeah, here at work, everywhere.
No reason I
You
just
should
pulled
go to the
it.
airport with that. So kind of funny to get yourself into.
It's a box cutter.
That's
I get
fun.
deported.
Yeah.
Put me on an ice hold.
What happened to Ben? Ice? What about ice? You slip on it? No, they're holding them.
They're holding them. Fucking knife in the airport.
It's like, you're not even scheduled. It's like, yeah, I'm here for Ben. It's like, oh, he hasn't worked in like 3 days. It's like, ice. It's like, what are you talking about? Damn, that would be some shit. I would.
That was like the time I got arrested and had to work the next day.
Oh, damn. I feel like that happens to a lot of people.
What'd you end up doing?
Oh, I just got a DWI.
Just got a DWI.
I didn't kill anybody. You asked, like, what did you do? Like, I robbed the store or something.
I mean,
It's a
a DWI is a DWI.
yeah.
I'm not trying to downplay it, but he made it seem
It
like I was like
you're trying to downplay it. That's
he
what
made it seem
He was
like I was
all
like a legit.
Oh,
like,
no, he was
like,
like-
your word. Oh, it was just a DWI.
He was over here like, yo, what'd you do? Just casually, what'd you do? Oh, it's just,
well, what did you want me to say? I stabbed a guy twice with this knife that's in my pocket. No big
At
deal.
that
that's
point,
what
I'm
you did.
leaving. It's
Yeah.
my own house and I'm leaving. Like, you
Yeah.
said that. I'm gone.
I got a DWI. Is that better
Cool,
for you
thank
guys?
Thank you. We're
I was driving while intoxicated.
okay. As long as you admit it.
Yeah.
He fixed his ways. He hasn't done it once.
He hasn't been caught.
I actually don't.
He really
I-
doesn't.
I
I
really
kind
don't.
of take him. I take him a lot of places.
If I'm gonna have like a beer or two, I'm like, hey, come pick me up.
gang.
Danger,
Good on you.
danger, danger. Gang. There's a gang behind DWIs now.
No. We're terrible at this.
You've been fucking up all day.
The worst part is I'm the one that watches the podcast. I'm the one.
You
that,
fucked up whenever you didn't answer the fucking door this morning. That's
Oh.
where you started with me. That's why I've been salty all goddamn day.
Okay, so this is what happened last night. I stayed
I
up a
was
little
asleep.
longer.
I was asleep.
And Ben was like, hey, I'm going to come over to your house a little bit early. And I was like, cool, I'm taking a nap. It's like, cool. And I forgot to set an alarm to wake up at 12 o'clock because I was going to go eat even before. And it was like 12, like 30. I said him 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I figured you'd show up at like 12:45. This guy showed up at 12:30. Right on the dot, which is cool. I respect it. Me
I'm
Ben
about to say,
were-
literally nobody in my life has ever complained that I show up on time.
No, and I'm not
Ever.
complaining. I'm not complaining.
No one's ever been like, why couldn't you be late today?
But like, it was
I'm
just
sorry.
funny because we were asleep, and I wake up to his text. Are y'all awake? And I was like, oh, now we are. You can come to the door. And I mean, it took us about 10 or 15 minutes to actually like get our minds right before we actually talked about doing anything. It was a
I
great
want to
nap.
say it was a rough night, but I was in bed by 11:30 asleep.
I was in.
It had to have been a rough night. If you wake up the next morning and willingly want to go get Little Caesars, I'm sorry, but it had to have been a rough night. You gotta get going through some shit.
Wow.
$5 pizza.
But it's a $5 pizza.
I bet you-
Sorry,
Wait.
brother. Back next time we'll order Pizza Hut with the wings too.
We'll go to work and get pizza. How's
Yeah.
that sound?
Come on.
I don't.
My bad.
I get really bad heartburn from Little Caesars pizza. That's why I don't fuck with it.
Hey, don't judge the rest of us because we don't.
Yeah.
It ain't our fault God
Sorry
hates you
can't
that
eat
much.
$5 pizza.
I'm just saying it's trash
God
fucking pizza.
dang. But who does
It's
it-
not that
It
bad.
is
For $5,
trash fucking pizza.
It's
For
it's-
$5,
Okay,
it's okay.
so
but-
it's a hit. It's a hit or miss.
But you got to spend another $5 on some Tums. So for me, it's not a good deal. If I'm going to spend $10 on a pizza, I might as well just
Just get a good pizza.
go to Domino's and get me.
Okay, stuffed crust, not stuffed crust.
Domino's crust is trash.
I said
Domino's
for
pizza.
Domino's.
I'm limiting myself to a $10 budget.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're
oh,
talking about $5
but,
pizza and
but fuck the
$5
$5. Fuck the $5. You're right.
But
No, because I have to spend another $5 on.
So how do you feel about
Tums.
chicken? How do you feel about chicken nuggets then?
Oh, I love chicken nuggets.
I bet you he eats the 10-piece $1.49 from Burger King.
Oh no, those are trash.
Yeah,
Those are
really?
nasty.
what's your favorite meat nuggets? Favorite nuggets?
What do you think? Where everybody's
Wendy's?
favorite chicken nuggets? No,
What?
McDonald's.
Really?
Yes.
Who the
Hey,
fuck likes
Wendy's?
Wendy's?
He said who the fuck likes
He was so confident.
I
Did y'all
thought
see his face?
I
He was so
thought I
confident.
knew.
No, why would
McDonald's does have the best chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
I just thought
by
Wendy's.
far.
Chick-fil-A.
Ooh,
okay.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A with their
I like-
barbecue sauce.
I like
Their barbecue sauce is something
But
spectacular.
it's only good with
Yeah.
their chicken. I can't put their barbecue sauce in anything else. I don't know why. It's not thick enough. It's too thin. But it goes with the chicken. Did you know
One
they
time I
married-
dipped a Raisin Cane, or one day I dipped a Chick-fil-A nugget in some cane sauce. It's good.
You were going.
It was good.
It was good.
It was great. I
Slim
love
He's
cane
chicken.
had a
sauce.
hard life. Good.
Mhm.
I would have never thought of
I
doing
was
that.
right when my dad left when I was a kid. And
Oh, here we go.
You
Straight
said
poverty.
It. You said it. I didn't say
he
it.
wants to talk about hard lives. He
Oh,
got a DWI, woke up in jail.
Raising Cane Slim Chickens.
Slim chickens.
Oh no, sir.
Slim chicken by far. You know they're about to open another Raising Cane's, right?
Yeah.
Where?
On Georgia by the Chick-fil-A. That's what they're going to start opening them up next to the Chick-fil-A's here.
Where are they building it? Next to the car wash?
By that little Pizza Hut that's right next door.
Oh,
the,
yeah. Oh, like right next to
The
it.
guy who's opening it, he used to be a manager for our place.
Yeah,
in
he
Oklahoma,
used to.
you know, and he works with.
We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, and he works with Katie, my girlfriend now, and he's going to be opening that.
I'm gonna get his name
Franchise.
after this because I don't know who you're talking about. But
He was like the first. He was the first Nathan.
dang, I feel like I should know his.
And now he's serving tables with the Big Texan. That's funny. Fuck the Big Texan.
I heard the Big Texan's really
And we're not editing that out.
No,
On the
I
record,
was
fuck
cool
the
with
Big
that.
Texan.
Big Texan from Amarillo, Texas. It's a very tourist trap. Do
Well,
not
we
go
didn't
there.
have to like name. All right. Anyway,
There's only one Big Texan. There's not.
it's cool.
another
Just
Big-
pile on.
Yeah,
the
where
fuck
else
up
are you
some
going
more
to find
day.
the Big
There's
Texan?
not another Big Texan. I'm just throwing that out there.
That is no secret what city we live in. Like,
Yeah. Anyway,
We could have kept it a secret.
after you said the Big Texan, no, we couldn't. If somebody like,
How about you shut your mouth?
it's a podcast, so I'm not going to do that because it would be dead space in the podcast. So, ha.
You know you talk and run on sentences. I don't think you've ever used a period on a piece of paper.
There's a period that people use those.
Women do.
Ah. God dang it! I thought we were gonna go through a whole podcast about.
Not with me, boy. I'm throwing everything
That's
out.
funny.
It could have been worse. I could have said something I wasn't supposed to say.
Yeah. I thought we were going to go
Can
through
we
a whole
get
podcast.
over that? It was
No, we
20
can't.
minutes ago.
Oh, it's 20 minutes ago. I'm going to start using
Get over it.
Get over it.
You sound like a cheating boyfriend. It was yesterday.
You should have used that whenever you appeared in front of the judge for the DWI. It was 20 minutes ago.
It was
We're
20
over it now.
It actually took me a year and a half to get to court.
Damn.
Did it really?
Court system.
I'm
Let's not even
barely.
get into that. No politics.
No,
on this
our
show.
judicial. That's not politics. It's just saying our judicial system is ass.
Yeah.
No, I think anybody can agree.
Yeah, literally anybody will agree with that.
I know police officers that will agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
I used to work in prison.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When'd you work there?
Huh?
When'd you work there?
In 2015
My brother's a jailer.
at the maximum security
Did you?
prison.
Oh, you started working at until
TDC,
2015 is
yeah.
when you started.
TDC,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
right?
Huh?
TDC, right?
Yeah. I loved every fucking minute of it.
Yeah.
Such an adrenaline rush.
Beating people
Not
up,
knowing when someone's gonna just like,
attack you.
yeah, just not knowing if someone's gonna like just try to beat
Did,
your ass.
did
It's
you
an
have
adrenaline rush.
any crazy stories?
Oh yeah.
Can you talk about that?
A few of them I can.
Just
A lot
you
of
don't have
them are
to
still-
talk
Like
about it.
not
I just
names. I
wanna-
can't give like.
Oh
names
no,
or
no, I'm
anything.
not saying to give out names. but
I think probably the wildest one I had was there's a building. It's like it's what we call 12 building, but it's where we keep the like loopy people, you know.
No, yeah.
And
Okay.
I remember this building is so fucking hot in there. AC sucks throughout the whole prison there.
Yeah.
But this one building, I mean, it was awful. And not that really has anything to do with it, but anyway, so I remember I was it's a 2-story building, and on the upstairs, I remember I hear this guy making the weirdest noises like down at the end of the hall. He's in a cell on the left. Anyway, so I have to go check on him, see what's, make sure he's not doing anything stupid.
Yeah.
He's literally took a shit. He's just smearing it in the wall,
Wow.
drawing pictures in it, stuff like that. I saw a dead body once. That one was crazy.
That's wild.
I've seen dead bodies.
I've seen one dead body.
I've seen dead bodies a lot, actually. It's kind of weird.
I've seen mine.
No, it's crazy.
It's probably not
Sorry.
something that we can legally speak of, but yeah, it was crazy. I've seen a lot of dead
What's
people.
crazy about the shit being about the shit being in front of the wall? Family bathroom where we work happened before.
Bro,
Apparently,
like
it looks like
2 or
somebody
3
grabbed
times.
bucket of shit and just threw it on the wall. They asked me to clean it up because I was a busboy at the time. I said,
Y'all
"You
like
can fire
flip,
me."
y'all
I was like,
flipped
"I will
the
not do
coin.
that. I will." Oh wait, I was an SA at that point, but they
Junior was.
I would.
They tried to get Junior to clean it.
I
He
would've
did
been
clean
like-
it.
Oh no, I'd been like, "Fire me."
I told
would
Junior.
not-
I
no
told Junior. I was
hesitation.
like, bro, I would have clocked out.
I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gone, just done."
Bro, I'm cleaning up human feces.
No.
This ain't in my job description.
Even throw.
I
like,
also used to work at Soapco. We did water restoration, and there was a few times at retirement centers, people who had died in there. Particularly there was one this guy that had died in his recliner and went a few days. I don't know how since he was in a retirement home, but he had died and he had been left there for a few days. And
I would feel like they should shut that place down.
yeah. Anyways,
What?
yeah, it was actually close to the front office too. Anyways,
That's terrible.
He's
and
just
one of
been
the
asleep
rooms
for
close to the
2
front
days.
office. But
Sorry. Recipes.
well, I think it's one of those. It wasn't like one of those facilities where they do like activities and shit for them. It's just like, here's your room, stay in here if your family comes by. They do. If not, rest in peace. You know, one of those type things.
Oh, if
But
you want
anyways,
to come out
I mean,
and
this dude-
mingle, you can.
This dude had been in there for a while. Because I mean, I wouldn't. By the time we got there, obviously the body was gone and everything, but the body had started to decay and into the recliner, and even to the point of where the skin was coming off and stuff, and there was stuff on the ground next to the recliner. I cannot put into words. I cannot describe how awful that smell was.
The
As soon
stink.
as
They
you
didn't
walked
even
in
get
there,
rid of the
this-
recliner-
this
recliner?
stench- No, that was our job. That's what we did. Was
Oh,
basically clean up.
after
We
the
had to
dead
take
body
out
was
all the carpet. I mean, everything because it was in his body literally decayed into the recliner and off the sides into the carpet. And I cannot put into word. I cannot describe how awful that smell was.
No.
The smell of a body after anywhere from a few days to a week and a half is just. Ugh.
Closest thing to that was we were playing baseball and we had a pretty busy street behind the baseball and like somebody got in a wreck after the thing and we're going back. I recorded it. It started back. Sorry, my mom called me. Can I see your phone, Ben? I'm gonna text her. Anyway, but they had a car crash and we went over there and somebody died in the car crash and they didn't cover up the body yet and I saw it from afar. And
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I think probably one of the two saddest times I've ever seen a dead body was whenever my friend Chris got in a car accident. My friend Chris died. He died in a car accident on I think it was on Coulter. His name was, well, I won't say his name just in case, but his name was Chris. I won't say his last name.
Yeah.
But he was on a crotch rocket. He was going like 80 something miles an hour, and somebody pulled out of the tubing totem there off of, I think it's 45th and Coulter, maybe it's a Pack-a-Sack. Anyway, somebody was pulling out, and he just ran straight into it, flipped his body over and stuff like that. But I had drove by and seen him laying there before the cops and before the first responders even got there.
Like he was like
And
dead.
he was dead whenever he hit the car. Like they had said that his body, like, he hit the car, his body was dead by the time. But before he he was dead by the time
Like
he
instant.
flipped over and hit the ground. He was already dead before that. Like that's how,
That it was.
just like that. But anyways, that was probably the saddest one. And I mean, obviously in the moment, I didn't know that it was him because I didn't see the wreck actually happen. I was coming up 45th, and whenever I
Also,
was
like,
crossing,
it ended
I
up
saw.
just being your friend. Like,
Yeah.
It's just like a by chance type
Yeah,
of
this was a by chance type thing. So I was going down 40. Is it? No, I think it's Hillside's 58, not 45th. Anyways, whatever street it was, I was going down this way, heading. That would be what, westbound. And I seen the body laying there. I didn't know it was him, but
was he like face down?
yeah, because he
Oh,
was
'cause
face
it's like
down
a-
and spread out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turned out to be him, and that was probably the saddest time I've ever seen a body because I didn't know it was him at the time. You know.
When'd
And
you
then,
find
of course,
out,
The
though?
funeral was terrible. It wasn't more than a couple hours later by the time they had released the name of,
I
the
remember
victim.
being in Kansas City playing sports.
We actually met playing sand volleyball with each other, actually.
I was going to a friend's house, and they're in Kansas City, and I'm going down this. It was like two hills.
Yeah.
Where we lived in Kansas City was like a real hilly area, and so I'm coming down, and I'm in the middle lane, or well, there's the 2 lanes. It didn't have a turning lane, so it was like this, 2 lanes on either side. So I'm on the inside, and I'm coming down, and there's this car coming down on the inside lane, going towards me, and they're going like 70. They're kind of going like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm just gonna switch lanes real quick, and I shit you not, I went through that light and he passed and hit another car. His car spins, hits the light. He's ejected out of the front seat or out of the windshield. The other car is like it's like an 80s model car. And I pull the e-brake, spin, go apart. I run to the guy who's in the black car heading towards me. He's out of his car, and so I pick him up and I set him up to where he can breathe. And I run over, and this lady's freaking out, and the guy in the other car, the front of the car is up to here now.
Oh, up
And
to the knees.
She's like freaking out, trying to pull the door open, and it's one of those models that when you close the door, the seatbelt goes with you. So she's like throwing this guy. He's like back and forth. I'm like, hey, calm down. Like, go over there and call 911. And she's like, okay. She's in like shock. So I rip this guy's door off and like pull him out. His legs are like jelly. And like I set him up against his car, trying to stop traffic from both ways, make sure anybody and everyone's called 911 that's there. They come. I have to get this like report. Unfortunately, they both passed away like 2
That's
weeks
crazy.
later from bodily injuries.
Yeah, that's wild.
And that's probably the wildest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm covered in blood, but like my adrenaline's going so hard, and I'm just like,
you're just trying to make sure. You're trying to make sure.
I'm trying to save them.
Yeah.
And it's of all the dumb hood rat, crazy stuff that I've ever done, that is the craziest, wildest, most sobering thing. And I called my mom that night, and that was the last time I talked to her for like a 2-year span, like where you fell out. And I was like, hey, I love you. Hug the kids, let them know I love them. Let everybody know that I love them. And
That's crazy.
I called everybody back home that I was close to, like, hey man, because it's just like
You were that close.
that would have been me.
Yeah.
Here today and gone no more.
Yeah.
It's one thing that because that's one of the reasons that I enjoyed my life so much, is because I know like
Anything.
I don't have to, like I'm not guaranteed being here at all ever.
I think the craziest, other than what I just said, the craziest thing I saw, like really fast, we're going to eat some steakhouse place. Not the place you named earlier, because we would go eat. Anyway, we're going, and this guy, like, this is all you see is this guy. I think it was in the passenger seat, and the whole car is in flames. Like, it looks like a bonfire, and he was just. And people are outside, and like at that point, you can't do nothing. Like you can try to get them out, but they didn't have anything to break the window. Like, and you can't break the window yourself, or you're gonna like hurt yourself. Like I don't know. I don't really. It's very remember it very vaguely, but you're walking in, it just the whole car's in flames, and you can tell there's somebody in there. Like, it's just it was just wild. Like I was just a little kid, and I was just like one of the first things I was just like, oh shit, like life, like that's life. Like that's crazy. We definitely just went really seriously.
That's one thing I never want to experience is somebody like burning to death, you know? Because the thought of that.
Is it worse than
asphyxiation and drowning are probably the
What's
worst.
My two biggest fears are
Asphyxiation is like something gets lodged in your throat,
Oh, choking. Yeah.
being like strangled to death or something like that.
We all did that one day that, I was kind of, I mean, I get where the mom was coming from. Were you there that day? I don't think he started working there. This kid was choking, and his mom literally like stands up on the boot and like screaming bloody murder to help her kid, and like wasn't doing anything about it. She was in that much shock of her kid choking that she wasn't.
I was so mad because like I'm busting ass over there. Somebody already gets him and like gives him another table, and gives him the Heimlich, and I'm like, as a parent, you have to. Everyone has their fight or flight.
Yeah.
But when it's your family and it's your kid, I think it's got to be fight.
And that
I don't think you should. I don't think it's okay to have like a flight type deal.
And you know,
I know that when my son, whenever he's choked and like been dying, like I don't freeze up. Like the first thing I do is just jam my finger in his mouth and try to pull out whatever is there.
And it's crazy because like you don't want to think about stuff like that happening, but it's kind of good at times to think about that. Like if this were to happen, what would I do?
Yeah.
And like sometimes you don't know what you do, but you gotta preset your mind for what you're gonna do so you can help the situation instead of not helping the situation.
I've got to say, I think that I've had a pretty good response to everything like that my entire life. One time we were running in soccer and we would run every day. For the first 3 months, we'd run 3 miles every day. And this guy had like a heart palpitation, like a heart murmur or something, but he still like wanted to try and play soccer.
Yeah.
And we were running, and I was making sure that I was next to him because he told me he's like, oh, I'm like struggling, it's hot.
Yeah.
And we're rounding the bend, and he just dropped, and like didn't even skip a beat, just picked him up, threw him over my shoulder,
Started going.
kept sprinted across the entire football. The worst part was we were out here by the street.
Yeah.
And the nurse's office is on the opposite side of the football field, way inside the school.
Yeah.
So I just book it. So I coach him, but he fainted. And I'm just like running upstairs, and he's just over my shoulder, like limp.
He's okay though, right? He was.
Oh, he's perfect.
Okay,
He's
cool.
engaged now.
Oh, okay.
I saw him like 2 days
laughing,
ago.
So like I'm hoping he's good because you're over there kind of laughing about
Yeah, I was
it.
like, I hope there's a good
My bad.
Because he's all lit. It's like, oh, by the way, rest in peace. And I'm like, shit.
I was just laughing.
Yeah.
He didn't make
No,
it.
I just no, he's good. I think he's engaged now. I saw him 2 days ago at work.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was good.
This has nothing to do with. I mean, he didn't almost die or nothing, but we're sitting there in the outfield, getting fly balls from our coach, and I'm in line. I'm like I think I'm like the next one or the second to next one. He hits the ball, and nobody even knew the coach hit the ball, or everybody knew he hit it, but they didn't know where it went because nobody's paying attention. They just saw him hit it, and they're just like, oh, whatever, you know. Boom! Guy on top of the head just drops. Like I'm talking, he was hitting fly balls. His head drops. Every goes. And like then, and we're doing the two on the. You had the two on the side, and you had to call it, you know, and like back each other up. And he just drops. The coach hit it. He didn't move from the front of the line. It could have hit anybody in the line. It hit the guy in the front of the line. He just falls, and everybody looks at him, and we're like, you okay? He gets up. The funniest part, the coach is running. Everybody's kind of like not crowding him, but like some people are like, get up. He gets up, starts doing jumping jacks. Not fucking with you. Just starts doing jumping jacks, stretching it down. He gets up, he stretches down. He goes. We're like, are you okay? Like he's not saying anything. We're like, are you okay? He's like, yeah. And the coach just starts ripping the other guy's ass. Why the fuck aren't you paying attention? This could have not happened. You were just paying. We're like, he literally could have. The other kid could have been paying attention. He just got hit.
Something similar happened to my friend. He was, except for it hit him. They were doing fly balls and it hit him in the face.
Oh,
He was wearing glasses. He ended up having to have surgery because it like broke.
I think I know who that is too because I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, it broke like all this up here. Broke this side. Right.
Was it like during practice?
Mm-hmm.
What school did he go to? What did it start with?
Caprock.
Was his name your name?
No.
Oh, okay, because we had a kid that.
No, it was my best friend.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, I didn't know what happened, and somebody told me about it in class, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't heard anything about it. Sure enough. So I asked him what was wrong, and I was kind of getting pissed off because he wasn't. I was like, hey, did that really happen? And I was getting pissed off because
he wasn't answering.
Because he wasn't answering. It sounds like he was in surgery.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he replies back with the fucking pictures in the hospital bed, and there's just from whenever he first got there, and I mean there was blood.
Do you remember when we were playing?
Everywhere. Shattered his glasses. I mean,
That's crazy.
We were playing softball a few months back, and we're at Southwest, and I'm going to pick up a grounder, and it hits a bump, bro. Like right before it got to my glove, it hit like I don't know,
A dip in the ground.
a dip or something, bro. It just chins me, bro. So I grab it and throw it in, and they're all like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "It didn't hurt, bro. It was like hurt my pride more than it hurt me, bro." I was like, "Damn it!"
Stupid ass ball.
It's funny because I was there for that, but I wasn't like on the field. But they're hitting fly balls again. But like I think it was batting practice, and they hit a ball to right field, and this guy was running in to catch it, and like he saw the ball, like he's tracking it down. He's doing great. Has Oakley's on with the not on the bottom piece, but it has a glass, and just misses the ball, and hits him right in the face, and cuts him all up. I'm like, you missed it? Why'd you miss it? Like,
Yeah.
you saw it the whole time. We had a guy that got 3 concussions. One of my best friends got 3
Oh,
concussions.
one of the Gatorades?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Sacred or...
Say, you shall not have used the Gatorades in my fridge. And then there was one. I'm just kidding. But he what was I talking about? Yeah, 3 concussions in 1 year. Or 2 years, 3 concussions. We hit a foul ball, having batting practice, hit a foul ball, and somebody threw it over the fence as he was batting, and it came down and hit him in the head, got a concussion. That same year, he was walking in the batting cage we had or whatever, and it wasn't caged off, we're just hitting in the soft toss nets. And somebody, I guess they said, I wasn't here for this, they said, they were like, hey, I'm about to swing, and I guess he wasn't paying attention, and his backswing hit him in the head. We had a game that day, he didn't play. But
We had a guy.
in the same year, I'm like, dude.
Shit.
We had a guy from PD. And he went to catch a ball, and it went over the glove, and it hit him right here.
Should have had a beat.
Instinct.
I fucking hate you. Oh, should have.
Instant concussion. And he comes to school a week later because he was out of it. And this was he got 2 black eyes. And his eyes are he looked like at a boxing match, bro.
Damn.
And they had to confirm that it was from a baseball. His dad wasn't beating his ass.
Wasn't beating the shit.
Wow, that's crazy. That's funny.
They were at a tournament, bro. And he just got railed in the face with a baseball. His entire face swelled up.
That's crazy. I can never think of a time playing baseball. Play baseball my whole life. I only missed 1 season. Sorry, that counts as me being a douchebag. But I don't think I've ever. I think I got hit in the face 1 time, and it wasn't even my fault. It was it was playing coach pitch, but they had the kid mount pitch on the same field. But in the front of the kid mount pitch, there was a lip, and they hit a grounder. So I went to go field it, and it hit the lip and just popped up and hit me in the face. I don't think I got a black eye or anything, but
Did you cry?
Did I cry?
Probably.
I don't know. I was 8 or 9, so
Probably.
probably. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt if I did. I had ice suit on.
I almost got hit in the head a while back. We were gonna do an alumni tournament, and I ran one down out of the. I was in the outfield, and it kind of came. I kind of outran the ball, and so I had to catch it right here, and it went in between my glove, and it hit the side of my hat. I was wearing a flat bill though,
Yeah.
so it hit the brim of my hat and went into my glove, and they were like, "Are you good?" And I was like. Mortified, I was gonna die. That was it.
This is how I'm gonna go. I remember when I was in, I want to say, I was in 1st grade, maybe 3rd grade, something like that. I was playing soccer for Kids Inc. That's when I lived in Perryton. And I remember the coach kicked the ball. I was goalie and he was trying to work with me. And shit.
Kicked you in the face.
No, he kicked the ball. As a 3rd grader, what I felt was the hardest that man could kick a soccer ball. But it got me right in my sternum, right in the chest, knocked the breath out of me. First time in my life I've ever not known what it felt like to not, or the first time I've ever known what it was like to not be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Knocked the breath out of me, and I swear, even as a kid, I was like, damn, this is how I'm gonna go.
I'm done.
This is I'm done. This is how I'm gonna die.
I can't get any oxygen. This is it.
Yeah, I'm laying on the grass, looking up in the air, and I'm like, this is the last thing I'm gonna see. I'm really going.
Was it low key beautiful? You're like, dang, that's crazy.
I'm coming around it.
Coming around there. Dicks
Before
out for
Robin,
Robin.
I bet.
Yeah, I gotta say before we were blessed with him, but
we were
R.I.P. to a legend.
we were playing this team that we're playing this team. We're about to win. We have 1 out left. There's a runner on oh shit! I think there's a runner on 2nd. Maybe
You
on 3rd.
lost.
Let me finish the story.
Preston's such a loser. I knew where this was going.
No, but and they're pitching, hits a pop fly, easy pop fly, shortstop, the easiest catch you could think about. He didn't even have to move. Guy looks up. We're like, yeah, I start running in. The center fielder, my best friend, or it's in left field. The center fielder, we all start running in. Yeah, we got this, Looking straight up, the ball just didn't even touch his glove, right in the eye.
Did he
His
catch
eye-
it?
No, it missed his glove right in the eye. Fell down. The ball's laying there. Nobody's getting the ball because we're like, this fucking missed that. Anyway, He misses it.
Oh my god!
He misses it
I missed it.
Twice in one day.
twice in one day. I'm editing it out. We're doing good. I did it again. Anyway, we're like, did this guy just miss it? And he, sure enough, did. We lost the game. That kid did not talk. Did not talk the rest of the trip. We were like an hour outside of where we were. Didn't talk the rest of the trip. He didn't even eat that trip. From then on, we made fun of him. And I suck at podcasts. And I think we did pretty good on this one. Do y'all have any final thoughts before I mess it up
Yeah,
again?
you're fucking fired. That's
I'm fired. Well, here it is. First and last podcast for Preston.
second.
Second. Anyway, I don't know our outro yet. We haven't talked about it. Everybody's frustrated right now. Yeah. So, peace out, Girl Scout. I don't know. Ben is so upset. Michael is just disappointed. I thought I would never do it again, and it's
I'm gonna
just
go ahead and ice myself.
okay. Yeah, and we're gonna end it there. That was a great one. Catch you guys in the next one.